Hey guys, it's LaKesha from Virgo Vibe. Today I'm going to answer the question, what do I do if I love someone who refuses to change? So this could be in a relationship, or this could be, a family member or friend that refuses to change. And I know that sometimes it is difficult, especially if it's a family member or a friend that you've had for a really long time, or even a relationship that you've committed to for a really long time, and the person that you are with is having some kind of toxic behavior, and it's hard for you to continue on watching this or continue on participating in the relationship because it's hurting you. It's hurting them, but they don't seem to want to stop it. And this could be anything. It could be, their negative attitude. It could be um, drugs. It could be alcohol. It could be cheating. It could be uh, verbal abuse. It could be a number of things that this other person is doing that is affecting you, and you're kind of waiting and waiting and waiting and hoping that one day they'll wake up and realize that, things will be better, or that they want to change something. And maybe they have. Maybe they've had, moments where you think, oh, well, finally, this person has turned over a leaf. And, sometimes it could go on for a while. And sometimes it could be very short lived, or, they just really didn't have any heart behind it, that it was all just words. Or maybe they just don't, they're not even aware of, the impact that they're having on you, and how you're trying to keep your vibration, and how you're trying to keep your vibration up, and how it's affecting you on a day-to-day basis trying to deal with them. Love is a very strong and powerful thing, and nobody can tell you to just turn it off. Like, you can't. You can't turn it off. You can't just be like, well, I'm done, and then walk away. Most of the time, it's not that easy because, feelings are involved. So, if you're watching this video, that means that you've gotten to the point where you're so frustrated that you're like, how do I even deal with this anymore? You're getting to the point now that you don't want to deal with it anymore. And you don't want to deal with it anymore. But you don't want to hurt them, and you don't want to hurt yourself. But it's a problem, and you have to find some kind of solution or resolution to it. The first thing that I can say is, if you are to that point where you're just fed up and you're getting to the point, like, okay, for instance, like, sometimes it's not easy to just address that person, especially if they don't know what their issue is. Sometimes it's better to just walk away and not, or just distance yourself from them. And then, maybe they're like, well, what's going on? Maybe that will bring awareness to them that something is off. But if you do that, just know that, a conversation is going to want to come up. They're going to want to have a conversation and find out what's going on with you and why you distance yourself. So you should be prepared for that. Um, the other thing that you could possibly do, if this person is aware that they have an issue and you discussed it in the past, and maybe they made promises about not doing certain things and it's coming back up again, it's a good idea to have a conversation. And when I say a conversation, I mean, let them know how you're feeling, let them know that you're tired, let them know that you feel like you can't do this anymore. And don't, I don't want to say don't be weak, but I want to say don't say things that you don't really mean. You have to be strong. You have to be very firm with what you're saying. So if you get to the point where you feel like you should just walk away, don't say you're going to walk away and then don't do it. That's what I mean when I say don't be weak, be strong. Like if you get to the point where you feel it wholeheartedly that there's nothing else that I can do and I need to just walk away from this situation, then do it. But like I said, you can have a conversation, but when I say have a conversation and let them know how you're feeling, let them know that you are prepared to walk away, but only say that if you are truly prepared to walk away. Because it means nothing if you're just saying it and then you don't go anywhere. It's kind of like in one ear and out the other. Oh, you're just, like be prepared to pack your stuff or be prepared to and like I said, if it's a friend or a relationship or a family member, it might not be so easy to step away from a family member, especially if you live with them. But, and depending on your age and your situation, it might not be possible. But if you can, put yourself in a different environment away from them, then you need to distance yourself. Because that will be the number one thing that will, wake them up. So they realize that what I'm doing is affecting this person and now they're not here anymore. Nobody wants to get to that point where they've hurt someone so much that they leave them. Like, that is a wake up call for anyone. And you can't feel guilty or sad about making a decision for yourself and your own happiness if that person's not even thinking about you. So you have to do what's best for you in a situation like that. When, say for instance, it's alcohol. If you're with someone and they just refuse to stop binge drinking and you just can't take it anymore and you feel like you just need to distance yourself, then do that. Put yourself first. Think of yourself first. And don't worry about who's going to take care of them or who's going to look out for them or whatever. I know it's hard to not worry, but it's not your responsibility to live their life. And you can't worry about what may happen if you leave. They should be worried about themselves. They should be worried about you, not you only focused on. That's what they mean when they say that you're supporting the addiction, that you're enabling them. Because as long as you're there to clean up their mess, they're going to keep making the mess. It's just like cheating. As long as you're going to forgive them, they're going to keep going out and doing it. So you need to stop putting yourself in that predicament where you feel like it's your total responsibility to save this person. You're not here to save anyone. You're here for your own life's purpose. They're here for their own life's purpose. Don't let them getting lost in what they're supposed to be doing pull you out of what you're supposed to be doing on your own track in life. So I know that is difficult. Like I said, this is a difficult topic and there's so many different spectrums of how this could play out. But if someone that you care about refuses to change, I truly believe in forgiveness. I truly believe in second chances, but I don't believe in liars. And I don't believe in putting my energy and my efforts into somebody who's not even caring about themselves, or someone who's not even putting their own energy and effort into themselves. Like, really think about that. Like, there's a guy over here who doesn't care about himself. He doesn't clean up behind himself. He does, he lives in a mess. He lives in a slum. He doesn't have a job. Like, he lives in the gutter. Okay? He lives in the gutter. He doesn't want to be anything. He doesn't want to do anything. He wants to be on drugs and drink all day and lay in the gutter and talk negative and be miserable. And your mom wants to fix you up with him. Or your friend fixed your sister up with him. Or there's this guy over here who his parents taught him, self-esteem. He not like to the point where he's full of himself, but he knows what he's worth. He knows what he's passionate about. Let's say he's passionate about art, and he loves doing art. He loves doing art with kids or something, and he lives for it. He lives for teaching kids how to do art or whatever. He pays his bills. He has a nice place. He has a nice car. He volunteers. He does all these other things, and he seems like a happy person. He always talks positive. Now, which one of these guys do you want your sister to be set up with? The one that's gonna get her pregnant in the gutter and not support her, or the one who, I know that was a crazy comparison, but anyway, I just want you to see that there's two sides to the spectrum. There's two sides to the spectrum. There's a person who is lost and needs to figure out who they are, what they want, before they're able to give to anyone else. And then there's a person who knows who they are, knows what they want, and treats people how they want to be treated because they treat themselves well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to realize and recognize that everybody mentally, emotionally is not put together completely. And so to add that to a relationship, it's hard for a person to give you what you need if they can't give it to themselves. And that goes for parents, brothers and sisters, any kind of family, cousins, I don't care who it is. Best friends, I said cousins already. Friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, wives, husbands, anybody, coworkers. It's hard to give someone something that they can't figure out how to give to themselves. So basically, if you find yourself, with a family member or a friend or someone you're in a relationship with, and it's difficult for them, they just don't want to get themselves together, then you have to choose yourself. You have to refuse, just like they refuse to change, you have to refuse to deal with the bull. You have to refuse to continue to put your efforts into somebody who can't figure it out. And it's not your job to figure it out for them. When they're ready to figure it out, they will. And some people never figure it out. Some people never get it together. Like I said, it's okay to forgive people, but wait till you see some action behind what they're saying. Wait till you feel like, okay, you're not just saying words. These are actions that I've seen that you are showing me, and you are proving that what you're saying is true, that you really want to change, and you are changing, and I can see that. That's when you say, okay, now I'll let you back into my life, but not before then. So anyway, that was answering the question, what do I do if I care about somebody who refuses to change? Number one, like I said, if they don't know, they may never know unless you tell them. So, it might start with communication and honesty. And then number two is, if they refuse to change and you've gone through this cycle and it just isn't getting any better, distance yourself. And if it doesn't get any better after that, then just stay away if you can. If you found this interesting, please like this video. Comment below if you've been in this situation or you've had this situation, and let me know how you handled it or how it came out. And subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. This is LaKesha, Virgo Vibe, out. Today I'm going to answer the question, what do I do if I love someone? Today I'm going to... Excuse me. If you like this video, please, if you got anything, please like this video. Please like this video if you found this